fall is a good bit more challenging than probably any other season. And one of the things that I try to tell anglers when I'm trying to relate how and why bass position where they are is that basically a bass is like Larry the Cable Guy. If he can sit in his lazy boy and reach his beer cooler, he's not going anywhere, okay? But if for some reason those conditions change and he can't, he's gonna move to where he can. He's got a set of preferences and he's going to go with them. It doesn't matter what you think, doesn't matter where you think that fish ought to be, it's up to him. And that's the main thing I think where guys get confused and they end up, frustrated with it. Don't fish what you think you know, fish the fish. You gotta do what they want to do. Basically, in the fall, the fish are moving and you gotta move with them. Sitting still, trying to fish spots that you caught fish all summer long or in the spring or a couple of years ago, it's a waste of time. You gotta keep moving, you gotta find food, you gotta find where the fish are concentrated, and they move on a day-to-day basis. They're like snakes, man. They're waiting for something to come in there and they just pounce. It's just like right now, we're at the end of August, 1st of September. One day it may be 90 degrees. Next night you may have 50-degree temperatures. He's a little guy. He's got these bruises on him where he's laying up under them logs. Got one there. Got some little spots there. Thank you, big guy. Thank you, Lord. He's laying right there on that little log. He's sitting there waiting for something to float up in his face. And as soon as the current carried it up under there, tick, tick, and he was there. So that water temperature is bumping up and down all day long. For example, today when we put in, it was 83, 84 degrees in the main lake, and by the time the afternoon was over with, we found 75 degrees, up the creeks where the water's moving. So you have to factor all those different things in how they're affecting the fish, but the main thing is those fish are eating. They know winter's coming. They know the days are getting shorter just as well as you can see them getting shorter. They know, and they're going to start feeding. So you got to keep moving. You got to keep your mind open. Small baits, big baits. What are they keying on to feed? Is it crayfish in the morning and bait fish in the afternoon? Are the bait fish the size of your thumbnail? Or are they the size of your flip-flop? Those are all the things you've got to work through in any given day. But in the end analysis, we finally managed to find some fish. The water level came up. We caught fish in places that we fished early in the day, and there weren't any fish, and then this afternoon there were. So that's how fast they can move in less than even an 8-hour period. Many of the lakes around here where you cannot get far enough up to where the fish have run get frustrated because they haven't caught a fish by the end of the day, and people are like, well, what do you mean they're running up the creeks? Well, bass are not like salmon, but the bait fish are. And once the water starts cooling off and the days start getting shorter, the bait runs upstream. Well, the bass are not, it's like Larry the Cable Guy. He's gonna follow his refrigerator. He's not gonna sit out here in the middle of the lake and wait for him to get back. So they're following the bait, not necessarily migrating themselves because they think it's necessary to migrate. It's a matter of temperature, it's a matter of light exposure, it's a matter of where the food is, and a number of different things. The bad part about it is like what we've seen today, the fish can move 100 feet or 2 or 3 miles, depending on how fast the food and the temperatures making them move. So fall is a good bit more challenging than probably any other season to pattern fish. You just got to keep an open mind and keep moving. Bill Frazier, North Carolina BASS, Lawrence Pro Staff. I'll see you on the water.